Whoa. That drop looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? In last week's episode, I camped at this very spot in the cheapest one-person tent that money can buy. And let me tell you, I won't be doing it again. And we're not camping in that tent tonight. I can tell you that for now. So first thing on the agenda this morning, we're just going to pop round this corner, go up to the summit of Scafell Pike, because why not? And, as you might have seen by the title, tonight I'm going to be camping at a secret mountain tarn. And I say secret, I'm not going to put the name in the title or in the description, and I'm not going to mention it either, but I know some of you lot will know what it's called. But first, like I say, we're going to go up to Scafell Pike, and then I've decided, looking on the map, there is a Wainwright that I need to bag around this area called Lingmell. And even though I've been up Scafell Pike however many times over the past few years, and it's literally right next to it, I've just somehow never got around to bagging it. So that is on the agenda, and then we're going to go find this secret mountain tarn. And I have actually got some decent food to cook tonight. No joke. I say it's decent. All the ingredients added together tell me it's going to be decent. Whether I can pull it off or not, hey up, don't be pulling out off, not this early into the video. But whether I can actually turn those ingredients into a decent meal is another story. But as always, it's going to be a good one. Now all the rocks this morning and all the paths are super slippy because of this clag. But I am pleased to tell you that according to the forecast, although I can't really rely on the forecast, later on this afternoon, it's actually supposed to clear up. I'm talking excellent visibility according to the Met Office. So we'll see what happens there. I'm certainly looking forward to that. And if you watched last week's video, you'll know that all my kit in my bag is really wet. So I could do with a bit of sunshine so I can start drying some stuff out. That'd be ideal anyway. Visibility is a little bit more improved compared to yesterday. So we camped just there. And then the summit platform is literally there. And I've already heard a few people up at top this morning, but I can't see anybody now unless they're sat around the other side near the trig point. Scafell Pike summit once again. I don't know how many hours it's been since I last touched that trig point. Not very many. I know quite soon we should get to like a little crossroads junction type vibe where you can either go towards Wasdale, you can go right along the corridor route, or you can go towards Lingmell. So it's at that point that I'll be rechecking the map and making sure I'm going on the right path, because they all look the bloody same, and when I can't see the surrounding views, it's easy to sort of lose your bearings. But then once we have bagged Lingmell, we'll then come back on ourselves and we will be going along the corridor route. And those that already know what this mountain tarn is might be thinking, you're going to be getting there pretty early, aren't you, to be pitching up? And yeah, I am. So if you're coming up Scafell Pike from Wasdale, which is supposedly the easiest path, this is the terrain you're going to be dealing with. Quite a bit of it. There's a lot of loose scree, and then you'll still have to deal with them boulders for a little bit near the top. But I'd say the first half of it, at the very least, is quite a well built path, to be fair. I don't know why I'm giving you the insights on the path up to Scafell Pike in this video, and you're probably like, yeah, we don't give a crap mate, just crack on, get your tent up and all that stuff. I can just see some figures in the distance and hear some voices. People slowly working their way up. I think this could be the point where it splits off, because I can see a cairn there and a path going to the left, but I can also see a cairn there going to the right and another one. So I think we head to the right and then we'll make an immediate left to go up Lingmell. Yeah, this is us straightforward. Lingmell. Woo! Chill out, Jimmy. That must be it. Looks like there's definitely enough grass patches up here as well if you're wanting to pitch. Although I'm not sure what the views are going to be like because I can't see any. But I'm sure they'd be lovely on a clear day. Imagine if it were your first time going to the Lake District and you're thinking, what mountain shall I do? Scafell Pike. It'll probably be most people's first mountain in the Lake District. To be fair, it'll be a lot of people's only mountain in the Lake District. But then imagine if you went up, it was just like this non-stop, all the way up, you didn't see any views. You might not come back to the Lake District after that. Do you know what I mean? It might just not grab you. Like if I'd have gone up on that first day, the first time I ever went to the Lake District, and I didn't see the beauty of Great Gable in the distance. Because as soon as I seen that I thought, this is a bit of me round here, you know. I might have to pop back here at some point. And then 3 years later, I'm always bloody here. Anyway, I think we're at Lingmell right now. The Lingmell summit. I'm not sure what the summit is because there's that big rocky number over there. But this looks like a top cairn, doesn't it? People have been getting giddy with that cairn, piling it up. So I'm going to touch this boom shanker Lingmell in the bag. Not sure how many that is, Wainwrights that I've done, but I'll put it up on screen for you. But I am, just in case, my toes, I'm just in case going to go touch this one at the top. Bloody hell, bit of a climb this one. But yeah, just to make sure that I'm bagging the right one. Whoa. That drop looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Jeez, look at that. Do people come up that? Surely not. That looks ruthless, that. Especially because of all the fog. Ooh, I don't want to get too close to that. But anyway, let's just touch this little top number. Oh, it's a slippy little beast. How'd you get round here? It's a spiky boy as well. There we are. Right. Tap that just in case, boom shanker. Because I don't want to be done out of a Wainwright for the sake of 30 seconds. So now we've got that one in the bag, which I am buzzing about, by the way. I'm well happy I decided to add that onto the route. We can now head back down that scree section that I just walked up, and we will go along the corridor route until we find the secret mountain tarn. I'm not sure why it's a secret tarn. It's not a secret tarn. The name's on the bloody map, so it's not very secret, is it? But there's not actually a path to the tarn. It's on its own like little level between the Scafells and then the corridor route. So it is a little hidden tarn. We'll call it that. It's a little hidden tarn. Am I going the right way here? Don't know, you know. Yeah, we're going the right way. It's weird, isn't it? I've just walked up here a couple of minutes ago and I don't remember all that slop there. That there. Yeah, this is the exact spot that I camped at. Right there, the first time I ever camped at the Lake District. Good times, man. One tent there, one tent there. And we had stunning views over Great Gable. But not today. Back on the corridor route now. I feel like the visibility is getting a little bit better, but we have got a few little splashes of rain. Only really light rain though at this point. We've got to stay on this corridor route now for about a mile and a half, I think, before we start looking for an opportunity to turn right. So because the Tarn's not on a direct path, we will have to go off route a little bit and head up until we find it. That up there is Broad Crag Col. That's the way I usually come down to get onto the corridor route from Scafell Pike, which is up there in the cloud. And then we've got Broad Crag right there. When you get to this section, I'm not sure how well you can see it, you need to stick to the right and follow that path, because there is a makeshift path that sort of goes down the side of Piers Gill. And from the reports that you see on Mountain Rescue, that is an accident hotspot. I think a lot of people have gone down there thinking that's the corridor route and ended up getting stuck down there Piers Gill. There's been multiple call outs over the years for rescues down there. Oh, it's slippy. Yeah, that's it there. So for some reason I think people think you can just crack on down there, which you can, but it's not safe to do so really. I wouldn't advise it. Not unless you're meaning to go down there. You're going to be sticking to the right and going along the corridor route. Nice little waterfall there, trickling down from that little stream. Ah, do you know what? I wonder if that's the path people take. I wonder if that sends you down that way. I could be wrong, but same again. Stick to the right. I think it could be time for a little bit of breakfast, you know. I say breakfast, it's bloody dinner time. I've not even had out yet. But ready in my top pocket. Pepperami, fire sticks. Sick. I'm partial to the odd pepperami, me. I don't mind them. They're alright. Bloody hell, you treating us or what? It's actually opening up a bit there. You can just see two people. You won't be able to see them on this damn thing. Just about to do that little scramble on the corridor route. The only bit that requires a little bit of hands-on work. These lot have been sat down here for ages. I'm guessing they're having a break. Unless they're not sure which way to go. Hello.
Right. Is this the right way, going all the way along here?
Yeah, where are you heading to?
Go down to Seafront.
Yeah, this is the right way, yeah.
Okay.
We ended up scrambling around the side and it looks...
Yeah, there's only this little section here that's a bit of a scramble. There's actually an arrow carved in rock. You'll see it in a minute.
Okay.
And it shows you.
Sorry, thank you.
No, it's alright, don't apologise. It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? It looks like you shouldn't be going this way.
I had it in my watch and then we were going around the side and it was like telling me I was going off course, so I come back and...
It's literally just this bit, that's a climb.
We went around.
Oh, no, it's this. It's this bit here. And then you'll just be back on a normal path.
Okay.
Well, as normal as this is. Yeah, it's not clear anymore, but there used to be an arrow. You see it there now.
Yeah, and I come back here and I was like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, so you've got to just sort of climb up this bit. But just watch out, because it's quite slippy. But there's loads of like handhold bits, you know, to hold on. Yeah, and just sort of stand on these ledges here.
Keep going. Good girl. Well done.
That's it. Doesn't help with how slippy it is as well when it's wet.
Yeah, I would never have thought this was a...
No.
proper...
It catches a lot of people out because you just don't expect it, and it's probably worse coming down. So have you already been up to Scafell Pike?
Yeah.
So that's the corridor route, and then the mountain Tarn is somewhere behind all these crags. Hopefully shouldn't take too long to find. So I'm going to head up there now. Yeah, so the two people that I did see, they had a little dog with them as well. Whoa, they were a bit lost. They'd got to that scrambling section and thought there's no way that that's the right way. It just looks a little bit intimidating when you first get to it, because you're like, is this the right way? And then I said to him there should be a little arrow carved in the rock telling you which way to go, and there was, but because it's probably been there years, it had all faded away, you could barely see it. So they're just down there, they've already done Scafell Pike today, they're just on the way back to Seathwaite. And look at that, it's actually cleared a little bit. Great Gable and Green Gable, although you can't see the tops because they're covered in cloud, they're looking massive. We just need to keep going up here, I think. I've got a feeling just over the crest of that hill there is where the Tarn is going to be. I just hope nobody's beaten me to it and is already planning on camping there. I think we're getting there early enough anyway. Whoa. It's a steep one though. And all my feet I say, both my feet, piss wet through because of this grass. Some view though, innit now? I'm glad it's opened up a little bit, so we're not just looking at a cloud constantly. And this is where we find out if there's somebody already here. So far, so good. Nah, we cushed it. Got it to ourselves. Buzzing. Little mini mountain Tarn. Oh, that is class. And where do we pitch? There. Buzzing, man. The only downside, because we're near the water, I didn't even think about this. There's loads of flies. Shit. That's not good, is it? But it don't matter, man. Hopefully there'll be enough wind so that they'll just piss off. So yeah. Oh, it's so good to get that bag off today. I've not even hiked that far in terms of mileage. Hey up, what is this? Wild country. Someone's left a peg. I think I'm going to add that to my collection. And for a Brucey bonus, have we got a signal? No. Secret Tarn with no signal, eh? SOS only. Luckily I've got the same 2 Top Gear episodes that I've watched a million times downloaded, so I'll be watching them. No, I'm only joking. I've got quite a few stuff downloaded on BBC iPlayer and that. And I know it's like super early and that to be pitching a tent, but we're off route, mate. We're not near any paths. The only people that have come mooching up here now, in my opinion, are people that are going to be coming up here to camp. I'd say so anyway. And I'm definitely not camping in the condensation station today, that scabby little one-man. So we've literally gone from the cheapest one-man tent to probably the most expensive one-man tent. My fresh new 10-litre dry bag. good to relax, man. Sit down for a bit. I'm looking forward to just stretching out inside this tent. What I am going to do, I'm going to get all my dry gear out. Well, my supposedly dry gear. Not so dry after last night's camp. And I'm tempted to just lay my sleeping bag on top of this tent for a little bit because the sun is actually starting to come out finally. So it might just dry it off a little bit. To be fair, it's actually spitting, man. So that's not going to work, is it? I'm not cooking the main event yet, but just so you have an idea of how much crap I brought with me. So I've already had the plate and the frying pan. I've got a cheese grater, a full block of butter. I've got this big pan. And then inside the cheese grater, hopefully they have survived. I'll be fuming if they haven't. Yeah, seem alright to me. I've got 3 eggs, 1 wrapped in that cloth and then 2 wrapped in tissue. And in here I've got a full block of, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It's just cheese to me, but basically hard Italian cheese. What's that called? Vermicelli? Vermicelli? Just pasta, innit? Serves 5. Not today, mate. No chance. Serves 1. Me. So yeah, I've got pasta with cheese, got some egg, got some butter. I'm gonna make a bit of a, not quite a carbonara, but on that sort of vibe. Should be nice anyway, hopefully. And I've still got some pepperamis left, so chop them up, chuck them in. Sounds pretty good. Hopefully I can manage to make it work. I'm sure I will. Now it's time for a bit of dinner. A couple of potato cakes. Buzzing. Might just bang 3 in. Woo! Get 3 of them slapped in. That'll do for a bit of dinner, won't it? Especially with some nice salted butter. Oh, this is going to be an absolute delight. Look at that crisp. Unreal then, man. Love potato cakes, me. Let's try that one with cheese on. Banging bit of feed, that right there.
It's a non-addictive drug, for God's sake. I should know. Smoke it every day.
Oh mate, I knew it'd turn out well. It's fully cleared up. I've got all my washing online, caps drying, leggings are drying, socks are drying. Nearly dry already actually. Turn them over. That's my t-shirt that I had on yesterday. Happy days, man. Got a nice little Tarn all to itself in the mountains. Let's have a look over here. Go for a little walk. That's what we're talking, man. Great Gable and Green Gable. Looking absolutely epic. Oh, that sun is actually warm. What a contrast from yesterday and this morning where I've been literally piss wet through all night. Should we go up here? Let's go up here. Have a look. Don't want to wander off too far because I've not got my footing on me. Great End is looking epic. All rocky and that. I'm not used to seeing it from this side, to be fair. Normally I'm coming up from the opposite side, from Seathwaite. Then we've got Hill Crag, Broad Crag, Scafell Pike. Yeah, man. So that must be where I went earlier. That is, what were it? Lingmell, that's the little bugger. So when I were up at top and I seen those massive cracks running straight down side of the mountain, That is what that is there. Shee! My tent is looking splendid in the distance, blending in with the backdrop. Remember when I were on Great Gable and I was camping at the gates of hell? That is right there on that edge. You can just see it next to all that red scree. This is where shit could get messy. And I don't mean Lionel. Egg. A little bit of shell in there. Who's scared of a bit of shell? Not me. Bit of crunch in it. Got to have a bit of crunch with every meal. I've got my eggs and cheese in there. I'm going to mix them all together. Fully mix it so they're all nicely combined. And I'm going to add a tiny little bit of smoked garlic paste. Not much, just a tiny little bit. That'll do. A couple of sachets of pepper. Mix that all up. I can just leave that to one side for now. Decent sized knob of butter going in. A little bit of garlic going in. Garlic paste or smoked garlic paste if you want to get technical. Stir all that round, rapid. It won't take long this. In goes the pepperami. In my second pan, I'm going to put some water in, ready for the pasta. A bit of salt in the water. Right, they're going super crispy, so I'm going to take them off the heat. I'm going to put that on, get the water up to boiling, and we'll use that as a bit of a lid. So all that butter in there and that garlic paste is just going to be pure flavour. And you got to remember that these pepperamis with a spicy flavour as well. That's boiling now, I'm happy with that. Let's chuck some of this in. I'm not quite sure how much to put in because I can't really measure it, can I? I'd say that pasta is done. I don't really have a proper option to drain it, which is a bit of a blag. This is where it all either works or goes terribly wrong. So we take it off the heat, we give that a quick stir, and then in goes the raw egg and cheese. Now we need to move it all very quickly. Pan is not big enough for this. I didn't think of that. Stir it all very quickly. Completely mix it all with the pasta. You don't want it to solidify. You just want the heat of the pasta to cook that egg. And yeah, I'm surprised handle ain't snapping on this. Definitely the most I've ever had in here. That is looking nice and creamy. We're losing a bit of topping on the floor, don't worry, I'll clean up. We'll leave no trace. Let's not mess about. That is a monster plate of carbonara. We'll grate a bit of cheese on top as well, just to finish it off. And that, my friends, is my carbonara. Got all that cheese melting, man, instantly. So ideally, you'd want to do this with a bit of pancetta or something, or a bit of bacon. But because I've been out for 2 days, I didn't want to bring out and it not be in the fridge for that long. Oh, mate, that is so nice. You know what I'm actually tasting? Obviously the creamy cheesiness, but that smoked garlic, I can taste that coming through nicely. And then if I add a little bit of this pepperami in there, it's close to bacon, innit? Or pancetta. It's pork, innit? Well, it's got a bit of a kick to it because it's a spicy one. Fair amount of carbs in this, eh? Just what I need.
I love the product and it tastes amazing. I think you've done a really good job with the brand as well.
I'm going to carry on watching Dragon's Den and enjoy this.
I don't want to chase a target, I want to chase business, and I want to get it right for the consumer. Okay, so 105,000, your gross profit would be £39,000. Right? In the second year? Second year target is £390,000. Your projections will give
I am genuinely stuffed. I demolished that entire plate. That was so nice, you know. One of the best meals that I've had camping. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 11, at least. That was, I'm not saying I could eat it again, because I definitely couldn't, because I am full to bursting right now. I do have a little pudding, but I don't have a pudding. Gutted about that, but that has set me up for tonight, that. Definitely. I need to lie down after that. But yeah, sun's out as well, man. Happy days. Life is good right now. Another night on the old closed cell phone pad, eh? It's actually not too bad. Quite comfy. And because it's summer, you don't really need the R value of an air mat. Obviously an air mat is going to be a lot comfier. Oh yeah, a little update actually. Remember the other week when my thermarest had a little hole in it right near the valve? Well, I sent it off to them and they just sent me a brand new one. So that's at home chilling. The only reason why I didn't bring it on this trip was because of yesterday's camp. Being in that little one-man cheap tent, I didn't want to be popping it because I knew the ground sheet wouldn't be very thick. Didn't want to risk it for a biscuit on that occasion. But I am chilling, man. I could actually snooze, but it's too early. I'll end up waking up at 1 in the morning or something if I fall asleep now. So I just need to chill out, bide my time, and then probably get an early night. That sun is so nice though, shining right in the tent door. Actually shit myself then, man. A sheep. Thought someone bloody rustling outside my tent. Right peeps, I think I'm gonna retire to the tent for the night because the sun is setting in that direction, but there's just loads of clouds and it's gonna be behind those mountains. But I'm so happy that we got that decent spell of weather. I managed to dry everything off and I just feel a bit fresher again, do you know what I mean? When everything's damp and that, it's just bloody awful, innit? It's not so bad if you're just out for one night because you just deal with it and then get home following morning, but because I literally spent all last night piss wet through and then all this morning piss wet through, it was just good that it cleared up, and so we can see some of these epic views, man. That's what it's all about, innit? So although the skies aren't clear, we've still got great visibility around the mountains, and that is what it's all about, my friends. I've had a little tidy up, as you can see. Not so much in there, but I have out here. I've given these a little wash so they're ready, and then I can do this with one hand. I'll show you in here. So I've just got my drone and my drone controller, keep them in the tent, my pillow, my down jacket acting as a bit of extra comfort. I've got my Alp Kit Pipe Dream 400 sleeping bag, just a sock there, all my socks and that were drying on top of the tent, just chuck them to the back of there for now. And that is about it. And then this little skinny pad, but it's doing a job. And I'm still nice and full after that pasta. I have got some more water out of that tarn, and it's in here. It's looking a bit, I don't know, I might need to filter that again. And we're all good. Bit of liquid left there. So I think I'm going to call it a day. So unless anything happens, or unless I can see some epic sunset, then I'll see you lot in the morning. Peace out, in a bit. Alright, Gavner, how's it going? Alright? Well, good morning, everybody. What a cracking sleep. It is 5 o'clock. I must have dropped off before 10 o'clock, so do the maths on that, mate. A nice steady 7 hours sleep out here in the great outdoors. You can't complain at those kind of numbers, can you? Now, I've looked out at the tent this morning, looking a little bit clagtastic again, unfortunately. I've already packed all my crap into the backpack, just need to take this tent down and then we can get moving. Absolutely buzzing, my mate. God, it is a bit boggy around the edge of this wee little secret mountain tarn. So we're all packed up, leave no trace as always. That is an epic pitch, that, not gonna lie. It's a great spot. It's just one of them spots where you're not gonna see another soul for the entirety of your camp. Obviously, when I went up on that hill, I could look down into the corridor route and see people walking past, but they couldn't see me. So that is cool as all. Slowly, slowly. Just come off the end of the corridor route. We've now got to Stayhead. Stayhead Tarn is just over that hill there. So we can either go right or we can go left. Whichever way we go, they both go down towards Seathwaite and we'll end up at Stockley Bridge. Now this is a route that I have walked down many times on the channel. Whichever way I go, I've decided to go left. But I think it's probably a good time to wrap up this video. You don't want to be seeing the same shit, do you, man? If I've walked down here a few times, unless the conditions are drastically different, you don't need to see it again. So on that note, it's a good time to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. Click that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and hopefully you've subscribed. And if you haven't, just do us a favour, press that subscribe button. It massively helps the channel, I think. I don't know. And if you're not enjoying it, press unsubscribe. And I'll see you next week, 7 PM, every Monday. I think we're heading up north next week. Peace out, in a bit. Not bad, is it? Nice little latte first thing on the morning. Courtesy of the new machines at Seathwaite. Love it, man, love it. They must make some coin off that.